All right, so a buyer cancels their contract. Hey Murph, edit in a sad trombone sound here, will you please? There you go. Hey, listen, it's rarely about what we think it is. On the surface, it might sound like it's an interest rate issue or a closing delay or something that their uncle said to them at the barbecue. But those are just symptoms. The real cause runs much deeper. So today on the 5-Minute Sales Training, we're going to unpack what's really going on and, more importantly, how you can stop the cancellation even before it starts. All right, let's get right into it here. Why do buyers cancel and how do we stop it? Well, to answer that, we have to rewind the tape. We have to ask an even more important question, and that is, why did they buy in the first place? See, I came to this realization a long time ago. In every purchase decision, especially a purchase decision as emotional and high stakes as a new home, there is one key psychological factor at play. And when that factor is strong, the sale gets easier. When it's weak, it is an uphill battle. That factor is what I call emotional altitude. Now, emotional altitude is the buyer's level of positive emotional engagement at any given moment. Buyers with high emotional altitude are excited, they're hopeful, they're dreaming about their new kitchen and where the Christmas tree is going to go. They feel like they're stepping into a better life.
An opportunity to have a better life.
But here's the catch. That emotional altitude is not static. In fact, it's dynamic in the sense that it rises and falls, sometimes in the same week. And every part of the purchase process, from lending documents to inspection reports to text messages from skeptical in-laws, everything is constantly bombarding their emotional altitude. Hassles, delays, overwhelming paperwork, uncertainty, all of it chips away at the buyer's confidence. And if that confidence drops low enough for long enough, that's when they bail.
I'm out of here.
All right, so let's get specific. There are 4 root causes of buyer cancellations, and they all tie back to this drop in their emotional altitude. Right? Cause number 1, fear. Buyers start fearing that they're making a mistake. They fear that they're overextending. They fear that what felt exciting yesterday might feel foolish tomorrow. Fear erodes confidence and magnifies risk. Second issue, confusion. The home buying process can be a maze. When buyers don't understand the next step or they feel like the details are getting away from them, they default to backing out.
It's too much. It's too much.
Confusion makes people feel out of control. And people who feel out of control don't make good decisions. They retreat. Remember, a confused mind says no. The third reason, doubt. This is where the emotional altitude really drops. Buyers lose the sense of why. They stop picturing themselves in the home. They second guess the location or the layout or the timing. Doubt creeps in slowly until finally it pounces. And then the fourth issue are the external factors. This is the stuff that's out of your hands. Job transfers, health issues, family objections, unexpected financial changes. These don't happen in every deal, but when they do, they can crash the emotional altitude, and I mean in a hurry. Now, we could talk about how to respond to a cancellation, and that would be useful. But I'd rather talk about how to prevent it from happening in the first place, because that's where you can really make a big difference. And the key? Well, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. You need to constantly reinforce the emotional altitude. Your job is to keep that customer excited, keep them connected to the vision they had when they said yes in the first place. Because when the hassles hit, and they will, the excitement is what gets them the endurance that they need in order to push through. So, how do we protect emotional altitude? Let me give you 3 strategies. First, educate and set expectations early. Most fear and confusion is going to die in the light of reality. So if you tell buyers up front what the process is going to feel like, and I do mean feel like, they're more likely to stay grounded when that turbulence actually hits. Second, Maintain that positive energy, that emotional altitude. Remind them why they fell in love with in the first place. Send them pictures. Talk about the memories that they're about to make. You want to make sure you're keeping that vision alive and exciting. And then third, you gotta over-communicate. And this one's big. Silence feels like abandonment to a buyer. And when they feel abandoned, they get scared. So be proactive. Reach out before they wonder where you are. Now look, here's the bottom line. Most cancellations happen emotionally long before the paperwork shows it. The buyer may not inform you of their desire to cancel until Friday, but they started backing away last Tuesday. You just didn't see it yet. Let me leave you with this. Your job isn't just to sell homes. It's to build emotional endurance. Stay close, stay positive, stay present, and stay encouraging. And you're going to see more buyers cross the finish line with confidence. Hey, thanks for watching today's 5-minute sales training. If you like this video, be sure to let YouTube know. Just click on that like button real quick. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You'll never miss an episode. Until next time, learn more to earn more.